हेलो स्टूडेंट, कैसे हैं आप लोग। और हमने 25 क्वेश्चन की जो टेस्ट सीरीज हिंदी मीडियम के लिए जो शुरू की थी, अब हमने जो 25 क्वेश्चन की जो टेस्ट सीरीज है वो इंग्लिश मीडियम के स्टूडेंट के लिए शुरू की है। आज के जो 25 क्वेश्चन हम आपको देने जा रहे हैं उनके आंसर आप कमेंट बॉक्स में ज़रूर दीजिएगा। ये केवल इंग्लिश मीडियम के लिए है, तो इसमें हिंदी में मैं नहीं एक्सप्लेन करूँगा। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। द टर्म सेल was given by रॉबर्ट हुक, टेटम, स्वान या डीबेरी। द सेल इज़ नॉट अप्लाई फॉर एल्गी, बैक्टीरिया, वायरस, फंगी। क्या होगा? द सेल इज़ नॉट अप्लाइड फॉर एल्गी, बैक्टीरिया, वायरस, फंगी। द मेम्ब्रेन अराउंड। तो एक बार और बता देता हूँ, ये सेल बायोलॉजी से क्वेश्चन है सारे। सेल बायोलॉजी जो पहला टॉपिक है उससे क्वेश्चन है, ठीक है। द मेम्ब्रेन अराउंड द vacuole is known as Tonoplast, Elaioplast, Psychoplast, Amyloplast. Fourth question. Microfilaments are composed of a protein called tubulin, actin, myosin, chitin. A plant cell wall is mainly composed of protein, cellulose, lipid या starch. Sixth question. Glycopids in the plasma membrane are located at inner leaflet of the plasma membrane, the outer leaflet of the plasma membrane, evenly distribute in the inner and outer leaflets. It varies according to cell types. Seventh question. Lysosomes are known as a suicide bags because parasitic activities, presence of food vacuole, hydrolytic activities, catalytic activities. The properties of integral membrane protein can be studied by: first is atomic force microscopy, second is cryo-sectioning and electron microscope, freeze fracture technique and electron microscopy. Fourth is all of the above. The properties of integral membrane proteins can be studied by. Next question is ninth. The fluidity of the plasma membrane increase in unsaturated fatty acid in the membrane. Second is increase in saturated fatty acid in the membrane, increase in glycolipid content in the membrane, increased in phospholipid content in the membrane. What is the right answer? 10th question is which among the following defines GPI ensure proteins? First is integral protein of the plasma membrane, second is peripheral protein of plasma membrane, third is protein that bind to integrated channels in the plasma membrane, plasma protein which randomly blend to lipid the plasma membrane. 10th question is 11th question is the resting potential membrane is determined by: first is potassium-ion gradient, sodium-ion gradient, bicarbonate-ion gradient, या none of them. 12th question is the oxygen and carbon dioxide cross the plasma membrane by the process of: first activities diffuse, second is facilitated diffuse, third is passive diffuse, fourth is random diffuse. Which is right? A cell without a cell wall is termed as tonoplast, प्रोटोप्लास्ट, सिम्प्लास्ट या एपोप्लास्ट. Which is the not an example of transmembrane transport between different subcellular compartments? First is transport from the stroma into thylakoid space, transform the cytoplasm into the lumen of the endoplasmic reticulum. ठीक है. Third is transport from the endoplasmic reticulum into the Golgi complex. And fourth is transport from mitochondria, which is the not example of transmember, which is the not example of transmember between which is the not example of transmembrane transport between different subcellular compartments. Okay. 15 question. Which is the correct regarding the peptides in the Ramachandran plot? First is the sequence of the peptide can be dissued. It is not possible to conclude whether a peptide adopts entirely helix and entirely beta sheets conformation. Third is peptides that are unstructured will have the block dihedral angles in the disallowed regions. The occurrence of a beta turn conformation in a peptide can be disused. 16 question is the function of the centrosome is first formation of spindle fiber, second is osmoregulation, third is secretion, fourth is protein synthesis. The function of the centrosome is, what is the function of centrosome? Which cell organelle is involved in apoptosis? Lysosome, Golgi, mitochondria. 18 question is phosphatidylene residues in the plasma membrane are located at, first is inner lift of the plasma membrane, second is the outer leaflet of the plasma membrane, evenly distributed in the inner and outer lift and non. 19 question, distribution of the intrinsic protein in the plasma membrane is random, symmetrical, asymmetrical, non. गलती हो जाए उच्चारण करने में किसी वर्ड का तो इग्नोर. आई एम नॉट सो गुड इन इंग्लिश. सेलेक्ट अ फूड borne toxin. Botulinum toxin, tetanus toxin, diphtheria toxin या cholera toxin. 21 question. Which is the following cell organelle can be viewed by a light microscope? Ribosome, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi या mitochondria. Naben of insect sperm cell is a modified nucleus, Golgi apparatus, mitochondria, centrosome. 23rd, mitochondria is the human sperm cell are occurred at sperm head, midpiece, sperm tail. No mitochondria in the sperm. 14 question. Cellular organelle involved in the regulation of Ca2 plus level in the cell. Mitochondria, ER, endoplasmic reticulum and mitochondria दोनों, mitochondria and vesicles. Last question of our session. The only enzyme in citric acid cycle, Krebs cycle, I think, which is attached to the inner mitochondrial membrane is succinate hydrogenases, NADPH hydrogenase, isocitrate hydrogenases या मेलट hydrogenase, which is right. Thank you so much for कमेंट बॉक्स में इसका आंसर ज़रूर दें. इंग्लिश मीडियम के स्टूडेंट के लिए हमने ये सेशन शुरू किया. ये फर्स्ट क्लास है, आगे भी क्लासें आती रहेगी. ठीक है. थैंक यू सो मच.